I'll go back to it. So many people believe that we're in the
Hey,
midst
Chris
of an
Gales.
awakening.
Mm.
And Ace Man's here, and I guarantee you he knows a lot about this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anybody who doesn't know the Ace Man, he's fairly new to Haps. Please follow him. He's I would say he's a
Caveman. Good evening.
cosmic
Afternoon.
devil, like myself, who's flying in amongst the Palladian star systems. He's not a
Okay.
pot stirrer like me. So, but I I
Yes,
think
but to
he's
be
one of.
fair, you've moved away from that slightly, Michael.
I
You
don't think so. I was getting
are
all
you
I wanted.
revisiting?
Well, unless I know your voice and you can answer questions, the only way I let you up now is if I can see you. And as you can see here,
So I'm causing confusion. Okay.
yeah. Tell us about. See, this is sorry. This is Colin and I, and it's just going to be crazy. So if you want to leave, I totally understand. Pull the cord now. If you want to have some,
Iceman,
if you
do
want to
you have
have
a
some
name?
fun, he
Does this
does.
Iceman have a name? Please introduce yourself.
Colin, how you doing? Yeah, I'm
I'm
the Ace
doing
Man.
okay, thank
First name
you. Yeah,
is Anderson. But
nice
yeah, I
meeting
think I've been broadcasting on here for about 4 or 5 months now.
you. Okay,
And the last month I've gotten super, super active. So
excellent.
um, yeah, Mike was the second guy that I subscribed to. Just had a real cool energy about him, and
Mm,
met some
mm.
wonderful people here. I see Eric Hypes is in the house. Hello, sir. So yeah, so far it's been a good experience. But Mike, I wanted to know. You said you're deeply concerned about Haps. Are you thinking they're going away? What do you
No,
really
no,
think?
I'll never leave. I'll go down with the
Okay.
ship. I will. I'll go down with the ship. Yeah, yeah, until, yeah, I'll fight to the end. But when you lose Randy W. Horton, who
Okay.
really built this platform, I think at the beginning, when you lose someone like Walt, who's lost interest,
Has he really lost interest, or is it just the
well,
scenario?
he's broadcasting on Twitch,
Oh,
so
okay.
it'd be like if you and I were dating and you were suddenly hanging out with the neighbor. I'd be wondering.
You know what, Mike? You're talking about Dolores Cannon.
Yes, it was. Thank you. A good.
Got to get her
Yes.
book.
Yeah.
This is the
Can can
Convoluted
you can you
Universe.
explain? Young people are into this, and when I mean young, 15 to 20 years old are reading her stuff and really connecting with it.
I mean,
You
obviously,
know,
I've come across Indigo Children, etc. Is this where the origin of the Indigo Children information comes from?
Well,
Stems
most of
from?
the books are based on a god named Colin,
Michael.
and what they always
Ah,
talk about the
Iceman, I must
hypnotic
apologise for
spinning
Michael.
dryer in the background.
He does this. We have to dry clothes. We are creatures of the
We do.
flame.
Listen, you don't want to go outside with your unders on wet. I understand that, especially when it's cold. That can be risky.
That was at 6 a.m. It was cold then.
I bet. And then it gets
It was
crusty.
so
You
cold
sit
out. I
down. You
put it
think
away.
things are
Yeah,
broken. It's not
yeah.
good.
No,
Back to our previous broadcast. Can you show that book again, sir?
let's go serious.
well, this is book one of the Convoluted Universe,
Mm-hmm.
and really, really deep.
Yeah.
I've been studying it. It's actually my second time reading this. It's just so much information, and you gotta sometimes reread books a couple times before it really sinks in. But she is super deep.
Well,
Um,
she's channeling.
Could you
yeah,
give us an
but
overview? Could you give us an overview
you
for
know
somebody
what?
like
She really she what she does is she regresses people. So she's been
okay,
doing this work she's passed away. And it broke my heart because when I started reading her material, I didn't know that. And I was going to look for her, trying to find some current YouTube stuff, this, that, and the other. And she passed away. I was like crushed.
no. Yeah,
Um, but what she does is she takes individuals and she regresses them back to different points in their lives. She's put, my God, maybe 30, 40 years of work into this. And she takes them through their different life experiences
right.
and also when they transition, what that experience is about. And she's been able to take all the information from all these different people and just really put together a good explanation of some things, not only here in the physical, but what happens in, all around the
Spiritual realm.
universe.
Yeah.
And
Colin,
it's
do you
really
have
profound.
currently the rinse cycle on? It sounds like I'm in a rainstorm. What is that noise?
It's not me.
It's got the
Oh,
I'm
light
not.
shower going on, Mike.
yeah. Did you hear that?
the
It's
mist
definitely.
shower going on. It's kind of
I think
cool.
he's warming up those frozen undies.
Am I still here?
You still
Is
here?
there life? Right. What I was about to say before I got rudely interrupted by the tumble dryer was that there is a school of thought that says that the subconscious mind is our direct connection to the spiritual realm, which would add credence to the fact that she's regressing people, that they are accessing that part of the subconscious link to the spiritual realm. So yeah, I like the thought of that. I'll have to investigate a little bit more.
Oh, you'd love it.
Yeah, we don't know how connected we are. We put so much emphasis on what we see in the physical as far as, skin color, culture, and all that. And I
It's all
believe we've
sensory.
had
Yeah.
multiple lives and we've been everything, male, female, black, white.
Yeah.
And it's just, I remember when I was younger, I had this close connection to things Egyptian and also gangsters for some reason. I could talk gangsters all day long and I never understood why do I have this connection with this stuff? Why am I so
Yeah.
into
Right.
Al Capone and Lucky Luciano and stuff like that? Because that's not how I was raised. So I just link it to, maybe a past life. I might have been involved in that type of stuff. So
Okay. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Colin, are they beaming you aboard right now? Because that's what it sounds like.
Is the audio really that bad, or are you just winding me up?
Well, ask the people in the comments. If people in the comments, can you hear it where it's like it sounds first like he was in a rainstorm, which must have been the rinse cycle, and now it sounds like he's part of a trek. What do you call it? Transporter beam. I'm giving it all I got.
Is that any better now?
It's getting better.
Will
I
that be
think
it's
it's
yes,
quiet
Michael? Is that a
now.
no? It's quiet.
Yeah, you
Okay.
must be drying yourself off now. He's out the
Um,
shower.
that's why I'm not on camera.
that is only available on the Patreon, Colin. If you, yeah. So
I
the
think I may have
extras,
to
the
turn the
extras.
tumble dryer off, see if that helps. Just give me a moment.
I'll give you a moment. I can talk to
You're
you.
so kind. You really are.
I try. I give it my best. We do this all the time. This is not us fighting. This is just us. So
Colin, where are
it's
you from? I hear an accent. Are you
An
England?
accent.
Yeah,
Yes,
England.
unfortunately, yes, I am. I'm in a little town called Tumble Dryerville,
he
where
is.
my smalls are going round and round. But yes, I'm from the UK.
So I have no. You said small little town. Like, are you near? Like, what's the biggest city that I would know that you're closest to?
Okay, I'm midway between Lincoln. You'd have heard of Lincoln, I would have thought.
Okay.
Nottingham. London is about an hour away.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's heard of London.
I've heard of Lincoln. I've also
Yeah,
heard
he
of
was a
Continental.
president apparently. Yeah, he had a big beard, didn't he? He sat on a big chair
Yeah, yeah.
with like his remote controls at the
When I
side
was
of
a
him.
kid, I really wanted a Lincoln.
Was
I
that a
did.
car?
Yeah, it's a car. It's like,
I wanted the
yeah.
So,
Batmobile.
Colin, who is it? The Queen that really runs the UK, or is it
No,
Parliament? I've never really
for
understood how that
for the
works.
most part, it's Parliament. For the most part, it's Parliament. See, Parliament could do away with the royalty if need be, but we're not going to do that because I mean they're a great source of revenue. People come to the UK for the royalty aspect of it. I'm gonna have to turn that tumble dryer off. Just give me a
Thank you
sec.
so much, sir. I was worried that the Palladians had got
Oh,
you.
Michael,
My
Look
Michael.
at
fear,
Mike
my
talking
heart
about
is
the
going.
Palladians and the Anunnaki. Look at
Yeah.
Mike. That's what's up.
Listen, no. Anahuasca is where we're going next week. We're gonna drink some of the stuff and puke up our brains. That I'm joking about that. I've known many people in my inner circle who have actually done it and said it was the best thing they've ever done.
Wow.
Anahuasca. They say you get sick, but anything you're holding in your body, in the sense of the pain body, is gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has to be an experience.
And I know enough people who've done it multiple times.
How's that, guys?
It's so much better.
It is
It's getting better. So
better every
much
day.
better.
Where were we on a serious level?
Well, we can try.
Let's endeavour.
Look at that. We can whisper now. Past the dryer.
We're always whispering.
Whispering in the dark. Is it true that you were James Bond double? Is that true?
No, only in
Oh.
the dark night.
Okay. So we have the Ace Man with us. Ace Man, if you can, please kind of tell us what you do for a living, what drew you to Happs, and do you really think the Palladians have a grip over Colin Porter?
Now, I don't know about the grip over Colin.
Okay.
Well, I run a couple businesses, Mike. I
Yes.
run marketing and sales team. Right now, we're doing energy and gas. So I run sales teams that market energy and gas. And the other day, I think most of you guys met my partner, Annette Holloman. I have a holistic business with her that's
Yes.
been running since 2014. Now, when we started the business, I had to be more in the back end and she had to be in the front. Um, and the partnership just needed to be structured that way. But now I'm now coming forth and doing a lot more of the spiritual work that I feel that I've been called to do.
Yay.
So what brought me to Haps was really looking for a platform that I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of like speak my mind without being censored and do some teaching. I've got a lot of content. So if you follow my page, thank you first and foremost. But just finished up an affirmation series. I think I did 12 weeks or 13 weeks on affirmations. And I'm in a series right now called Activating Your Self Love. I
Right.
just did episode 3 yesterday. And in that episode, it's really about you claiming that you are enough. I am enough. The week before that, I did an episode on extreme forgiveness.
Yes.
That has to deal with letting go of the trauma and the pain and the suffering from the past. I think a lot of times we hold that in our energy and we
Right.
don't let go of it. So, and I'm probably going to run this series for about another 6, 7 weeks. And then just to let you know what's coming, I've got a series that I'm working with on a net on sexuality that's going to blow your socks off. And we got some other cool things coming down the pipeline. So there you
So
have
if you're doing things right, your socks pop right off. Is that what you're saying? Is that one of the first signs?
it. No.
That's
Colin, I
potent.
don't think
That
my
is so
socks have
potent.
ever popped off. I'm clearly doing things wrong.
Yeah.
I need some
If
education.
you do a
I'm
handstand,
open.
do a
I'm
handstand near
open.
the tumble
Yeah.
dryer. It's feasible.
Yeah.
Have you had that? I don't think I've ever had that kind of movement. You know, I've
That's
heard
because you're
about
not.
let your backbone slide, but I've
Yeah,
never
but
had my
you're a
socks
Canadian.
pop off.
But
You
you're a
know.
Canadian, Michael. That's why you haven't
Yeah, we're
experienced it.
conservative. You know,
So,
we.
Mike, have you ever been in a situation where you felt energy running through you? I know you have.
I've had people running after me. I know what you mean.
I'm talking
It's
about energy
no,
in
I
you.
know. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. I have it all the time. I
Good.
find it more so though. I have where if I don't listen to the warnings of someone being evil, and I let them in my life, I always get jammed, and in the wrong
Mm.
way.
What do you mean by jammed?
They do me over because I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
Oh,
listen.
But do you
the
have
training board.
so
Colin had a very deep comment there. What was that, Colin?
They do you over the draining board. What?
See, see, and he's always like, poor Michael. He paints me ugly. We paint each other ugly. It's good.
We do.
It's
It's all
all
good
good.
natured.
You know, Colin reminds me of my mom. My mom used to be like this. Well done, Michael. Very good. Don't do that again. Yeah, he's the tap tap slap slap.
Oh, we got James in the house. What's going on?
I don't know which James.
James, I
Yeah,
call him James
he's
Bond.
he
Namaste.
he is the spy for me.
Mm.
He's a good man. He keeps an eye out for me. He's always trying to protect my brand. I appreciate that. We have Captain Rehab here as well, and you did a broadcast yesterday. By the
Yep.
way,
Emma Jasmine's
Eric, I
here too.
invited you, and I invited Rick. So if Rick wants to come up just to switch things up a bit, I think it's always good to have a little contrast. Have you met
Mm.
Rick, by the way? And if you hear clicking in the background, it
I
is
knew it.
not
I
it's
just
not
knew it.
it's not psychedelic messages. It's just Colin being frustrated with me.
As soon as I lit my cigarette, I
I
knew that
lit
you would
it.
comment about that.
Clicky,
I just knew
clicky, click.
it.
Yes. Now we are also
Hey,
doing
badges.
Morse code when he does that. So I don't know if you guys have figured out the code yet.
It's the
If he
equivalent of
doesn't
hitting
like
the
a
top of the
guest, it'll
jukebox.
flick like
Yeah,
crazy. It'll be.
yeah.
That means get them the F off now.
Yeah, I heard the clicking, so I don't know if
Yeah.
that's
So it
kind
was
of
only one click. I think he's only
successfully.
slightly irritated with you.
Just lighting a cigarette. Just doing what I do.
If you hear candy wrappers also in the background like that, you hear that? That means you're not paying me enough to be here.
Do you know, I've missed you, Michael. I really have.
I miss you too, buddy.
James is doing some decorating. Christmas. Okay.
Well, James sounds and looks like a gentleman I knew that said, look,
Mm.
during Thanksgiving, you do not do anything remotely Christmas. You do anything prior to that, it's sacrilegious. And then there was a man posing to be James, because I know James wouldn't go against his word, was doing some exercising
No way.
to Christmas music. Now, this guy wasn't as flexible and he wasn't doing the weird butt crunches that the other James was doing. But I'll tell you, it's amazing what they can do now with technology where they overlay the face.
Oh, it is, yes.
And I
And
thought
backgrounds.
the real James was more stealth, but somebody
Mm.
went through a great deal of. They made the basement look exactly like one time I was on Colin's broadcast, and I saw my background.
Oh, those were the days when I could
Yeah,
broadcast.
it was
Yeah.
so weird. I was there, and
Happy
I went,
days.
"That's my
Happy
background."
days. Yeah, yeah.
So one day when I was on and I went to the restroom, he took a picture of my.
His background, not his
I
ass.
was
Yeah.
doing this, going,
Oh God.
"Why does
The
that look
laundry
so
basket.
familiar?"
James says he doesn't listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. So yesterday I worked out and listened to Christmas music during my whole workout. I woke up this morning to my first strike from YouTube for copyright infringement. Merry Christmas, YouTube.
Oh.
It's beginning to look a
Oh,
lot
well,
like
he always
Christmas.
plays. Yes. It's starting to look a lot like Elvis.
Figurable.
Hey James, our XRP is down, sir. Guess we need to buy some more.
XRP. What's XRP? Enlighten me.
Cryptocurrency.
Oh,
Cryptocurrency.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite
So
au
that's
fait
why
with
he's
that.
buying more XRP. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get another bag of it myself.
This is not something you buy on the corner, folks. It's not a hallucinative. Okay, so just be careful when you're on this broadcast. The messaging here. Yes. Hello, sir.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi just came up.
I
Eric,
think he just. I think he just woke
Wow.
up. He looks like he just woke up. Actually.
Hello.
Obi-Wan.
How are you, sir? We're doing kind of a
Eric.
spiritual broadcast today, so we.
Eric is the man himself. How's it going, buddy?
Thank you. So good to see you, all three of you. Michael, thanks for the invite. Colin, always. Ace Man, love you.
Thank you for being here, man. Love you as well, sir.
Now, Colin, did you feel snubbed there a bit? Because we got like blah
Not at
blah
all.
blah, old stale
Not at all.
toast.
It's
How are
okay.
you? Blah blah blah, and then Ace Man, I love you. Like, do you ever feel replaced in this life?
No, I don't.
No, I don't know. You're
If it happens, it happens.
from all those years of playing Bond, I think you've got more of a tighter, rock steady kind of pop your socks off spine. Where
Tighter on the rocks.
I don't,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Sounds like a drink. Tighter on the rocks.
Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, I kind of meant that love to like all three of you. I kind of sit
Yeah,
below
whatever.
I
to each
figured
one of
that.
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's
figured
okay.
that.
Yeah, he
Save
waved
your
it
life.
off.
Michael
Listen.
trying to edge me out. That's all there is.
No,
Thank you,
just-
Colin.
know how it
Thank
is.
you.
You know what my grandfather used to say? Save the lies for the women. Don't use a perfectly good lie on me when you could save it. You're going to need it.
Is that where you got all your skill and agility from, Michael? From your grandfather?
Oh, I would have loved to interview him. He'd
Yeah.
been a hoot. He was fun. He would have got some strikes. For sure.
Kevin.
Because he
Captain
didn't
Lee,
hold
good evening.
anything back. He was just straight from the hip. Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell it how it is.
Tell it. Yes.
Tell it how
So
it
please,
is.
can we, for a moment, if it's okay, is anybody else not concerned about seeing Randy leave, or, we've got people leaving left and right, and to me, Walt is a staple here. So I'm hoping Walt is a very unemotional dude, though, and I think once things are better for him landing his spaceship, he'll come back.
I don't doubt it at all. I mean, I think we gravitate to that which we know, and I think there's so many friends
Yeah.
that Walt's got here. Walt, as you said, is a valued member of the community. Everybody loves Walt. Everybody loves Teddy. So I think he'll be back.
Can everybody please give an honest grade of the new Haps experience in the first 2 weeks? And be real. And don't be mean. Like, yo, I really mean 5, so I'm gonna say -20. Like, just if it's 5, say 5. Like I had someone the other day. I asked them this. They went, "Can I go minus?" Then they thought about it and went, "A 2." And I said,
There's
"Well,
only been
where are they offering you?" So what I did, I said, "Where are they offering you multi broadcasting?" I don't know. For free. I don't know.
there's only one major shift that I felt, and we all know what that is. I can't
Well,
broadcast, so
I
I'm
think when
going
the
to have a
dryer was trying to
negative.
tractor beam you up.
No.
Oh,
You
sorry.
just asked for a serious comment. We give a
Sorry.
serious
I'm
comment.
sorry. I'm still getting over that.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This guy can lie with his teeth, and he just puts such a smile on. No, the major difference I've suffered with is the fact that I can't broadcast. Bottom line. So yeah, I'm going to be a
You
little
want to
bit.
explain that?
Yes, I don't have the numbers.
Okay. Did you make a phone call to ask?
I sent an email to Pablo, and Pablo said, "Well, they're dropping the number from 10K to 1K," but that was it. There was no kisses on there. There was no smiley faces. It was just like, this is how it is.
Okay. So Pablo, if you're out there, or Peter, we need some kisses.
Or a
We
smiley
need some
face.
movement. We need coins for that dryer. If you can,
Coins for the dryer.
coins for the dryer. Listen, everybody's got to wash their clothes, even during my broadcast.
Mike,
No,
I
it's
think the biggest thing is just a lack of communication. Like
it,
they made the change,
yeah.
and maybe it's me, but I haven't. I got the email about
Yeah,
new
head pets,
apps
badges, head
coming,
pets.
and it went down, but there was no communication as to what we're doing next, what to expect. Nothing. And the mobile app is so hard to navigate. It's almost like it's almost two different platforms when you try to do some on your mobile and when you do it on your
Yeah.
laptop or desktop. So I think if they would just engage the community and let them know, hey, this is what's going on, this is what to expect. Hang in there, guys. But it's almost as if they've just went dark, and we're just out here just wondering. So
Yeah.
To use a
Can
metaphor, it's like we've taken your car away, but we've given you this push bike. We've given you this bicycle, and you can still
we're
travel
giving you
around.
this horse and buggy for now.
Horse and buggy, yeah, with a
I
horse with
think
no legs. Yeah.
okay.
Don't
Here's
forget we put the horse before the cart, but
Yes,
that's
we've
okay.
yeah.
you know what I think honestly. If we're being real without being mean, I think we went from having say like a Lamborghini,
Ramsey,
and now we have a Honda
Fraser,
Accord.
Fraser.
So
Good evening.
because it was cutting edge, that studio was
It
cutting
was
edge,
great.
guys.
It was
It was
amazing. Let's be
amazing.
fair. It
Awesome.
was.
So it was the Lamborghini. If you don't like that, it can be a Porsche.
Okay.
Other people are acting like they got a Pinto from '74 and someone's going to blow them up for if they butt rush them. Like so we got to be careful. I think it's a Honda Accord. You still can do great stuff. Look how clear we are here. We're multi-streaming, and guess how much it's costing us? Nothing except for our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to view. Nice to be able to view. It
It's
would be
nice
nice
for
to be
it
able to
not to
broadcast.
crash and
Yeah.
do the circle thing. Like,
Yeah.
like I absolutely adore Colin, but he has a short memory. We used to be swearing at the beginning. Nothing matched. We'd be
Mm.
9 seconds difference. We'd get questions. They'd be 2 minutes later. We were already on another subject. So it is way better than it was at the beginning of the first app. But
I'd
it's
be
not
happy
going
for it to crash. I'd be happy for it to crash in my broadcast. I would love it to crash in my broadcast.
to. You need to fight for your right to party. That's all I got to say to you. You gotta fight for your right. No, come on. Everybody, please just vote for Colin to
Just
have.
follow. Just follow. Just click follow. Let's just have some followers. Let's clock the numbers up.
So,
All
Mike,
right,
in
let's
your
not. Let's not. Fuck it, Michael. Let's not.
Fuck
Mike,
Mike.
No,
in your
no, we need more than that. We need someone to call people.
Mike, in your
And
communication with Haps, have they told you anything like any features coming back, anything like
yes, we're going to get all those features, but it's
Mike
slow.
is just playing with us.
I'm not playing.
I never
Mm.
know if Mike is serious or not. Like
Yeah,
we could
join
troll or
join the
something.
boat. Join the boat.
I know when he's
So
lying because his toes curl up.
they do. My socks pop off. But the here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're gonna have soon where we can post photos. We're soon gonna have where we can do on screen. And for most people who are educators, they need that. I don't think we're ever gonna have landscape, and
So
I know
landscape
why.
isn't coming back. Okay.
No, that's not coming back. That
Okay.
is honestly a major pain in the ass for
When you
them.
say it's a
Not
pain in
not for
the ass,
you.
you talk about coding in it and
It's a
integrating it.
lot of things, and
Okay.
you know, we have some really stubborn fuckers on here, and I got to be honest with you about that.
Oh,
One of my best friends in the whole world
oh,
stopped a
he's up.
broadcast once because we
He's
were in
almost like a
portrait.
brother. Yeah, yeah.
I love him like a brother. We're in the middle of this amazing broadcast, and he shuts it down because it wasn't portrait. He couldn't bear it another 50
No way.
seconds.
Why would
Yeah.
somebody do such a thing?
Yeah,
So
and the only
petty.
thing he didn't have on that day was the dryer. But you know what? We'll leave that be.
Mentioning no names, of course.
No, not at all. No, we're having this amazing conversation. I was like, oh shit, this is so good.
Mm.
It was gone. He typed it and I went, all right, whew,
Yeah.
everything's well. I'm back
All is
in
well with the world.
landscape. No portrait. I can't do it. You
No,
lost it.
I
I
did.
don't know if his OCD kicked in or whatever the heck it was. He could not do it. So everybody now is adjusting to having this. People are adjusting not to having the chaos of 8 people.
Yeah.
So here is the sad truth of what's going on is we are at the beginning again, no matter what people think. Eric, don't forget how fucking bad it was at the beginning. Come on. In the other app, it was awful. It was
Read the
awful.
comments. Read the comments, Michael. James.
We won't mention names, but I believe his initials were Colin Porter.
Mm.
Are Are you sure that Colin Porter? I think we need to see his face.
He's
Bless him.
already answered some questions. And what he did was he was okay with going up in Facebook and he did a dance. He sang a little bit. And I said to him, how do I know that you don't have that layering of the face? And
Mm.
he said, man, look, I'm doing all I can do. And then I know that he has one mutated toe. So he took his sock off. I saw the mutated toe. And I
Oh,
knew it was Colin.
Immediately.
And anybody else that's willing to have their socks pop off during the back sessions, I think they're worthy of being on here. And how dare you
It was the
question
quickest.
that those silky pipes,
The
the
silky
pipes that
pipe.
make women, especially older women, melt like butter in a pan. How dare you? Oh well. All right, back to our previous broadcast. How's everybody doing? We're good.
pretty good.
Eric, how are you liking it so far? What was your grade?
Um, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. To be honest, I mean, I love the ability to broadcast to multiple platforms, but I'm gonna have to be on the side of and I'm not referring. Back it up, Eric, because I'm not participating in duality, but because I go beyond duality, but I do perceive that you can present more and have more influence and more gravitas, if you will, with landscape. There's just more options is always better. So
Mm.
um,
Yeah.
if we're gonna multi-stream, if that is the quintessence part of this platform, then it would only make it logical, and I'm not a man of logic, to be able to present, especially on the big hitters. So Twitch, That's a money platform. YouTube, that's a money platform. So if I'm broadcasting to two platforms and they have landscape as that's their bread and butter, that's their ship, that's what you sail upon. I feel that there's a reason for that, and I understand that everything's being pushed to the mobile. But the system often governs its people by pushing them. So
Hi, Randy.
I feel like at some point, you know, I agree with Ace. If they would just kind of come forward and say what's going on, I know they came out and said this is it, and this is the research we did. Well, it doesn't really line up. Okay, how about maybe be a little more transparent? Maybe our investors have X, Y, and Z amounts of fundage, and this is all we can do with that. And so we're going to do the best with what we have, and then we will move forward as we get more funds. We will increase the capabilities of this ship.
That makes sense. That makes
Absolutely.
sense.
Create a timeline, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, but
Give
Mike,
us
it's
some
not all
light.
bad. I like the fact that Instagram's coming soon. I don't know
Hmm.
how soon. That's another, platform. But yeah, they just need to communicate. It's like, and I'm not calling out the management, but you've got to communicate with your people. I mean, this is what this platform is about: communicating content. Well, the people that run the platform should take that equally as serious and communicate as well to the entire body. So
I need a grade. Now, there's one tell with Eric. If Eric starts a conversation with, you know, shit ain't going well for you. So a lady asked Eric the other day, "Do you think you'll stay the night?"
Pop goes the weasel. Yeah, yeah. Well, not that weasel, a different weasel.
And she said, "Look, what does that mean?" Um,
Hmm.
you're right. You're right. You're the mature one, Colin. Do you think sometimes you can just pop too many times?
No,
Okay. It's like the
that was an
bubble
easy
paper
question.
when you get it
Next
from
question.
Amazon.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
let's go back to the OCD network here with
There's a
Michael
game that
Bathurst
people
and
play
friends.
on
How
their
are you?
mobiles, isn't it? Where they
Yes. Well,
press
the
this button
slogan
and
is, was that a rabbit?
don't pop till you can stop. Yeah.
Shiny ball. All right, here we go. We're back. So, give me a grade,
Easy.
sir. Ace Man.
I'm gonna have to be right around 6. I wasn't with the platform long, so I can't
Yeah.
really
So you
grade. I
have nothing
wasn't
to
here at the
judge it with.
beginning. Yeah, so I'm just,
Yeah.
and
Nobody in
I'm
the
not a
comments is
tech
giving a
savvy.
grade. Why?
I'm not a tech savvy guy, so I'm just gonna go, middle of the road, be
Mm.
around a 6. So
I'm a 6 right now too. If they get photos, they'll get a 7. If they get where I can do videos, it'll be an 8. I can work around landscape. If they can't give it to me, I think
Mm.
honestly, Eric was dead on. I think you were spot on, except for the popping. It was, it was no, but I think that's it. I think, it's not fair to say to someone, "I want to date you." Well, the Queen wants to date me too.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't give you the royal jewel. Well, I can give you socks that'll pop off, and I can give you sound effects.
Kevin Vasquez says a 10 for the app and 2 for content. I mean, I'm happy to give them a 10 on every broadcast that they let me do.
Can we have a pop, Eric? There, I think we. Yeah, I think we need. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was fair.
I think it's. I think someone's chewing. Yeah, on some nuggets in a tree, but we'll leave that alone. So if you want that, you're gonna have to, put your man boots on and be the Beastie Boys and fight for your right to party. But
I just slum it in your broadcast. It's fine.
I'm I'm honored that you slum it in my broadcast. And
Oh dear, Michael, you sit there and say all this stuff, and then I say one thing, and you get all offended and defensive. And it was a
yeah,
jest. It was a jolly
it
jig.
was it was geez.
It was
John,
it was
wait,
it was a
what,
friendly.
did you mean it? I don't know.
No. Cliff Richard used to do that, didn't he, when he's singing now?
Did he?
Yeah.
Is it like I think it's a tell. You know, like,
I don't know.
you know.
No clues.
I have a
Possibly.
question for Eric, and I want him to answer this honestly, and I'm not joking, because this came up in another broadcast. What is, he's worried, what, what is the age difference, the most age difference, older or younger, that you would be comfortable in if you met, say, like a soulmate, had a connection? Someone you'd be willing to pop with or bop with.
Um,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Think about it if you want. Ponder.
As long as they're of legal age, that I won't get reprimanded by the authoritarian system that we live in.
Hmm.
If I have some kind of guidance to that person through a
Yes.
spiritual connection, age doesn't really play a factor in my book. But I do, with my communication, kind of put down, like, I would like, certain things. And if I can have those certain things, okay. But if I can't, other things will be great. So I kind of like to leave it open without dictating too much. But yeah, I would be open to, I don't know, probably wouldn't want to go much lower than like 30 or 20 something, towards the high 20s.
I feel like we're doing bingo here. And the number is 77 B4. I leave. I must not answer this question. For me, honestly, I think anything in the ratio of anything 16 years more is. But you see guys like David Letterman. I think his wife was in her 30s, and then Mick Jagger's his wife was in the 30s, and I met Jimmy Page. I think his girlfriend was like 25,
Wow.
and he's 75, I think, or
How much
70
of that
something.
is money, Mike?
Well, I think a lot of it is how well you can
Like,
get those socks
how
to
many
pop.
regular,
And my
how many
son,
Oh, I
regular
knew you
people
were going
out
to
there?
mention the socks. How fast can you pop my socks? Okay, you're in.
really, I think thick wallet and thick something is always a good combination.
Oh, dear. And I'm lowering the tone. Eh? I'm lowering the
Are
tone.
you talking about your totem pole again? What did you say there? What? Terrible, terrible. Stop it. See, he gets frustrated. He does the rapper thing, and I don't mean like the hip hop, the hippie hip. He just eats candies or whatever
Bang,
he's
bang,
doing.
bang to the boogity beat.
Yeah, there he is. I'm gonna make you rock your feet. If it's real good and it's real sweet, your socks will be popping
And
these
beat my
tweets.
meat.
Yeah.
No.
No, we're back. We're back. Dolores Cannon, we're so sorry.
Oh, dear.
I love that tell though today. That was my favorite part of the broadcast so far.
Now I can't
Can
even
I
do
plead the
it.
fifth? Can I plead the fifth? Okay. So the Ace Man. Same
ASMR
question.
rappers.
The Ace.
You got it, Mel.
What's
You got
the?
it.
What do you think? Because
Yeah,
this is the question of the week.
I got to
Anybody
put the
can
age
answer.
disclaimer out there. They got to be of age. I think with me, it's more energy.
Hmm.
So if the energy connects
Yeah.
and it feels good, I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna go with, because at my stage of my life right now,
Yeah.
I'm real huge on energy. I mean,
Hmm.
in my 20s, yeah, it was all about the physical. She's got this, she's got that, let's go. And then you try to figure it out. Now I'm kind of like the reverse. It's like, I need to know what's going on with you inside, and the
Yeah.
physical
So you're
attribute.
protecting your heart.
It's not so much hard. I don't want any more drama.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you find it hard to put your feet back on after the socks pop off? Like what is it? You just
it's just, it's just a drama. You can meet a lot of people and they have all the physical attributes, but
Hmm.
they can't stimulate you mentally or emotionally. You know, they can't hold a conversation. You know,
Yeah,
so I
that's
think
an
there's a
old
lot of
joke. That
variables.
one. Like, what do you do once all the sock popping is
Yeah,
done? You've got to be able to conversate.
yeah.
Yeah. So, ER nurse. I thought you did answer the question, by the way, but is energy important to you? And anybody who's in the comments today, is energy more important? The thick wallet, is that important? And that could be just, honestly, we shouldn't say it that way. We should say security. That someone, because I don't blame anyone. You want to be with someone who mentally stimulates you, right? That's important. Do you have a rule with coworkers that you don't fraternize, or do you ever cross that line, Ace Man?
I don't cross that line because it complicates things. Now, I think there are instances where you can do it, but you've
Hmm.
got to spell some things out at the very beginning
Yeah,
because um yeah, that can get very sticky very quickly. And
yeah,
then it changes because now it's about they want better treatment, this, that, and the other, and we're running a business here, so you got to proceed with caution.
yes. What if you fall in love though? Because I've seen that. I've seen where people work together, fell in love, had kids, the whole bit. That does
Well,
happen.
guess what? And that can happen. Well, then she can no longer be part of the business side. That's probably, if that were to
Yeah.
happen, like, okay, well, since this has happened, we've got to change. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Not for me anyway.
Frazier says drama and bathers could be a challenge. Sorry, Michael. I'm not too sure what that means, but I think I get it. Sunday Smoke says need mental stimulation. Oh yeah. Read a book. Go for the hot look one. Hot looking one. Okay. Hot book, hot look. That's all it took. Yeah, that's good. But the other thing I want to discuss, and this is one of the questions we've run by this week, and I've asked every guest that I've had. Some of them are Menza Bright, by the way, of my guests. I think you guys know who those were this week. Um, okay. Do you know who that is? That's Mark Goldman. Okay. No, I'm only kidding. Do you guys even know who Mark Goldman is? I know Colin does. Mark Goldman is the owner of this wonderful platform called Happs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And he's been kind enough to be on the show a few times, and he is passionate about this platform. But I
Who's that?
think you can't. I think we're expecting things to be as good as it took a year, the other platform to be in 2 weeks, and that's not going to happen. And I honestly, um, part of it for me is just it's a very different vibe on here. We have a lot more comments. So
Mm.
what I've noticed is I used to get 1,000 views and 100 comments. Now I get 100 views and 1,000 comments. it's total. It's because everybody's
The
passionate
first.
right now. But let me
Passionate.
tell you,
Yeah.
this is what they did. And everybody's got a voice right now. Even people who never had a voice before. But
Mm.
I, Colin, what do you think besides you currently not being able to broadcast? What do you think of the platform? Has Colin left the building? I think he went and got tea.
I'm still here. I'm
Oh,
still here. Can you hear
are
me?
you pondering?
Pondering.
Did you
I'm
hear
not
the?
sure
You
what the
want me to?
question was. I was making PG tips and
I
stuff,
knew
so
it. See, I do know him well. Okay,
it had
so
to be done.
I said besides you not being able to broadcast currently, what do you think
Yeah.
of this platform? Like, I gave it a 6 as it is. I see that it has great potential to be amazing.
I'd give it a
Amazing.
5.5. I'll give it a 5.5.
A 5.5. Okay. And if they reinstate you, it'll go up to a 6?
Oh, it'll go up to a 10.
Oh, wow.
That's how
Chris,
simple it is. Easily
Chris,
pleased.
how in God's name did you get OBS to work? All of us are all going, How did he do it? Because all the rest of us, if we
OBS
run,
is easy. OBS is easy, Michael.
is it? Is it easy
Yes.
like Sunday morning?
It's easy like every morning,
Yeah. No,
not just
mine
a
is
Sunday.
perfect in my broadcast. Like when I'm looking at it, and then when the playback goes, the pictures are pixelating, and a lot of people that's happening.
Okay.
I think you're before it was easy. I don't until you actually can broadcast. I don't know if you. We'll have to do a test once we get you going. But maybe. But have you directly talked to Peter or Pablo?
Yes, I emailed Pablo.
Not Peter.
Emailed Pablo. No. I had somebody that I spoke to recently. They said
Yeah.
they might be able to have a word with Mark, but I think that that was
That
just
never
false
happened.
promises. No, I don't think so. At
Okay.
Peter, can you talk? I didn't even come up with in green. Why didn't
I
at
know. I
Peter come
don't
up
know.
in green?
I don't
That's
know why
weird.
I did. We'll try it again.
But yeah, I think it could even be down to content. I mean, I put some great content out in the early days.
No, you're amazing. You're amazing. I think you're one of the greater assets on here. When you show your face and you're not running your dryer, you're amazing.
Oh,
It's
Mel,
all
thank you
good.
very much. That's most
Yeah,
kind.
it is. You know,
I've
it's
got some good
with the
friends here.
dryer, I give it a 4. Without the dryer,
Oh,
I give it a
dear.
7. You know, Eric, your microphone isn't clicking anymore. Why is that? No, 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 no. I don't mean the pop. I mean the static. Remember, I was doing static.
Is it? Is it? I was
No,
worried about that. I didn't
no, it's
really
not
want to bring it
staticky
up.
at all. Is anybody hearing static? Can you sing us a light song?
Badgie says it's the weekend, they're not working, or they're probably not required to work either.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
thank
well,
you.
we tried. We tried.
We did. Pablo's on holiday. Well, that might be why. Yeah.
Possibly.
Thank you,
Possibly.
Mel. Mel
She's
is
very
just the
kind.
sweetest person
She is. She's a star.
ever. Like,
Anne,
I'm so
good afternoon.
grateful to have her part of this. I literally would be very, very sad if she ever left.
Mm.
So don't leave us. But I'd understand if you did.
I'm glad that I
Um,
was able to be a part of this.
I noticed no one else gave it a grade. I asked everybody in the comments to give us a number, and we've not had one person do that. Are you
Jeremy Schultz gave it a 2.5
well 4? ER
out of
nurse. Oh,
10.
okay.
One.
James Collin
Wow.
gave it a 1. Chris, what do you give it? You're the only person running OBS correctly. I ran it one day, and half the time it was fine. The other half it wasn't. People who used to run OBS, Colin, no problem, are having problems running it.
And
So
that was with a weak internet connection, Michael. I mean, your internet connection is so much better than mine.
it
So I don't
is.
understand whether
It
it's
is.
processing power.
Well, it might be the thick wallet thing we were talking about. Maybe your thick wallet is
Oh,
affecting the
dear.
broadcast. You
Dear,
never
there's no
know.
way you can keep on a straight track, is there, man? Good
What?
grief.
What? My God.
Good God.
Good
What's
God.
going on? Hang on, chaps. We're
Let's
going in.
let's do the twist.
What's happening?
Let's twist again like we did last summer.
Like we
Uh,
did last summer.
all right.
Yeah.
You know
Rams
what
on
the
the
problem
roost.
is? I don't have coffee. Does anybody want to get a tea, a coffee? Can you guys hold the fort, Ace? Can you talk about?
You know what, Mike? I'm actually going to go down. I think
Yeah.
Rick's been trying to get up. Change it up a little bit. So I got to
It
go
almost
into the.
sounds like James Brown. Say that. I'm gonna get up.
Gotta
I'm
get
gonna get down.
down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Gotta
slide
get
out
up.
of here.
Get up. Get
Give you
on
guys the
down.
I'm
opportunity to
gonna
talk
let
some
my
other.
Get on down.
backbone slide.
So, Colin, great
Okay.
meeting you. I'm gonna definitely
You too,
subscribe.
buddy.
Very
You
great
too.
seeing you as well.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
Mike, we'll catch up
Appreciate it.
later. All right, fam. We'll talk later on. I'm
Are
out.
you gonna be on
Take
tonight?
care, Ace. All the best.
I don't know yet. Depends on how the day shapes. So we'll
If
see.
you do, think of me and a guy named Eric.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you. All right.
And Colin too.
And Colin too.
Oh
You
yes,
have a new
Colin. Oh,
friend.
he's there somewhere. Yeah.
He's there.